Oh, good evening. Welcome. Salutations. And when the voice of Brother Matt. Welcome. God damn it. Welcome.
Welcome.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. So we are live. We are live. This is the Four Battle Podcast. So we got a lot of stuff going on tonight. Final start tomorrow. Caitlyn Clark. Hell, we're gonna talk about Caitlyn Clark. I don't know what for. She ain't nobody but a white girl that only shoot threes, but that's neither here nor there. We'll get it there. Mike's BS list on the top 25 wide receivers in the last 24 years, since 2000. So this will be an interesting list. And a lot of the receivers, I can't remember a lot of their names, but you're gonna see a lot of their names. You're gonna think like, oh, I forgot about him. Oh, I remember that nigga. Oh, we do the league. We do the league. Same thing all of us did in the league. Nothing. So just keep that in mind. We gonna bring that up. I like Mike's list. They bring some nostalgia back.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
So we're gonna get that thing. But to get this party started quickly, right? As I tag all my friends and everybody that we might know in this lifetime, we do have people that pay for the show without knowing that they pay for the show. So we got to get through some shout outs. Of course, we're on Sundays, Wednesdays. We haven't been doing Sundays a lot, just because, but we back on Sundays. Before we wait for him to connect his mic before we get on, we got one of the rising stars in the referee game popping on. Wait for his device to connect, so we'll get to him. Crazy straws. If you're crazy, you got a straw. Crazy straw. Just for me, if you like me, you got great. You want to get it out. I don't want to get it out. Just for me.
I think I'm good too.
That's waving. Michael Atwater hasn't had waves since 1975.
And he bald right now, so that should tell you.
He's bald headed and has waves still. That's waving room is $2.99 at Walgreens or Dollar General. Be like Mike. Not Jordan, Atwater, doing waves. Like Atwater. If I could be like Atwater, bad, like Atwater. If I could be like Mike. We got one of the most well-renowned referees and a Florida native whose team is going to the finals starting on Friday. Mr. Horatio Major Jr.
Hey.
What's that?
Let that Stanley Cup Finals begin, baby.
Yeah.
I like Connor McDavid and Edmonton ratio for a bottle at homecoming.
I'm not doing it with you.
Hey, look on his face, man.
Like he don't even know them people. Like, bro, don't come in here early and get on my bad side, man. I'll peel your cap back, Blue. don't do that.
I know Connor McDavid is arguably the best hockey player in the world. Play for the Edmonton Oilers.
He is, and the reason why I said that because a friend of mine was talking about him. I think yesterday morning or this morning, and I didn't know that. Like, y'all know I'm still a novice at it, but I'm like, because of the games that I go to, I feel like I'm a qualified die-hard Panther. Like, I'm almost beige. I ain't quite white, but I'm beige. Like, for real. Like, they, I'm my
Florida got a really good defense, though, Mike. Florida got they got two lines. They got two lines that's gonna give me problems, bro. They ready.
And they have the best road record in the last 3 years. They won 27, 26, and 31 road games over the last 3 years.
Yeah, I watch hockey.
Stats!
When they get to them playoffs, I watch hockey.
Yeah, they trying to show out and steal my shine. Like Damon talking about the two lines. They got. I swear to God, he right, but I don't know nothing about that. So he just showed me up right there. He talking about the two lines.
Him and Fade, man. They both doing it, man.
Horatio, all due respect, I'm in hockey now, bro. You know how we do it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You with the Red Wings, I feel.
Yeah, so I've been watching hockey since a kid, so I throw a little something out there.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Shout out to the Red Wings. That's where the shoes come from, by the way.
Yeah.
No, for real. That's where the shoes come from. The red. Well, that's where the team come. That's where they got the name. They named them the Detroit Red Wings because of the shoes.
For the shoes,
Yeah.
I'll take Panthers in 6. I'll take the Panthers in 6.
Shout out to that dope producer. I see you in there, Anatoly. Shout out to my guy.
And Cloud9 on agency. Don't forget Cloud9 agency.
Cloud9.
That what you named it, right?
No, I ain't say that. Did I say Cloud9? Yeah. I did say that. I'm like Lil Wayne. Damn, I said that. Okay, cool.
Get through the last couple sponsors right quick before we get started. Arizona, see how much.
That's for you and that's for you and D-Ran. That last sponsor for you and D-Ran. That ain't for us.
Oh, no.
$1.
No, I'm talking about the Dax Wave. That ain't for me and Atwater. Yeah, that ain't for us.
Mike still got waves. Mike still has waves. He still has waves.
Cheeks.
Oh man, come on, man. We starting off low already.
Got the cheeks up. Shout out C Green. I see you, C Green. What's going on?
Mr. Green, what's happening, baby?
Appreciate you hopping on.
Arizona,
we gonna act up today, man. We gonna act up today.
Got to.
Hey, true confession. How about this is embarrassing. So I was running some errands, got home, I'm cleaning up, grabbed the laptop, loaded up. I said, what a damn link. Man, I looked, I said, today Tuesday, man, let me go sit my stupid behind down. I wasn't used to being, like I was literally like free a little bit yesterday, free a little bit. Had some downtime, the school year winding down for us. Man, I brought the laptop home, I lifted it up, had the mic ready. Where they at? Where the link? Where the sneak link?
Nigga slow.
Everybody go.
Oh, I can't even argue with him this time. Well, I closed it down like I was like this. Just closed it down real slow.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it happens.
All
right, my bad. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube, buyinightshirt.com. Name is podcast. He has a Patreon page. Also attached to it, that means you need to Patreon his ass, okay? And if you don't know Patreon, they mean get a nigga some money. Hey, hook him up. That what it means. Please, for $1, YouTube can have life lessons.
Right.
$1. Right. Life lessons.
Right.
Hey, C Green said it's been a minute since he came on here. Would that be because of the people he drafted in that mock draft? Because I think he messed up his mock draft.
Nah, buddy. Nah, mock draft wasn't messed up that much this year, big dog. I got a lot of picks right this year.
Who did C Green? Who you picked in your draft, man? Updating, because we ain't seen you since the draft. Let's go.
And of course, our last sponsor, our favorite sponsor, Henny and Coke, Crown Royal XO, Ginger Ale, the dogs. All right, NBA crank up tomorrow, gentlemen. Crank up tomorrow. I'm gonna start with Michael Atwater. The keys to the finals. Give me one key for both teams tomorrow.
Shit, the key to the finals is starts with the stars. Luke and Kyrie, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum. This finals, the series will go just as well as them boys go. So that's where it starts. Stars.
D. Ronald then shot.
Yeah, it's the stars. What stars are gonna step up? Mismatches. It's gonna be matchups. Matchups is gonna be. It's gonna be interesting to watch, and the supporting cast. What third person is gonna step up and help the duo? That's the main thing. Is it gonna be Horford? Is it gonna be Tim Hardaway Jr.? Is it gonna be who is it gonna be that's gonna be a consistent third option to help the opposing team come up? So it's gonna be matchups and who gonna decide to be that third option.
Mr. Major.
There's so many storylines to this. There's so legacies and history is at stake. Does Kyrie, get his first one without LeBron? Do the European players and the European leagues across the water, do they, crack through with their own, Michael Jordan when it comes to Luka Doncic? The Celtics, the most storied franchise, in basketball, along with the Lakers, can they get, I believe, number 18? Can they
18.
There are so many people that want to see Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they want to see that broken up, and then there's a lot of people that want to see that work. So there's a storyline with them. Can they get over the hump? This is their year. If they don't get it this year, then do you break that up? Personally, I'm a fan of Jaylen Brown. I was, having that conversation early. What's happening, girl? I was having that conversation earlier about Jaylen Brown being one of the most complete persons as a scholar, as an elite athlete, doing a dissertation at Harvard. Kyrie and his comments are well documented in his beliefs, which I support 1,000%. So this is going to be a great finals to watch. So many underlying stories to go with this. And I told you, I hope the Celtics get swept.
Kind of tough. They're not going to get swept. But I'm going to have to say, I don't think it's going to come down to the big guys. I think it's going to be Derek White and Drew Holiday versus Derek Jones Jr. and PJ Washington. That pair is going to make a big difference. Of course, Gafford and Lively versus Porzingis and Horford. I can see right now Porzingis series. I'm gonna book that. It's not a UGA shirt. There's time. It's gonna be the bench and the ancillary players that the defense. Because remember, Boston's team is built to switch everything. They're built to switch everything from 1 through 4. Now you put Porzingis in action because he can't go lateral, especially with the calf injury. So we'll see how long he could go in the series. But it's gonna come down to Derek White, Drew Holiday versus Derek Jones and PJ Washington as far as the second set of pairs on the starting lineup. The bench, I'm gonna say that's gonna be a push in a sense. It's gonna be a little bit of a push because Lively and Horford might cancel each other out. But I think it's gonna be between those other two starters on that lineup.
Shout out to my guy Victor Newman for logging on. Lamont, what it do?
What do, Lamont? Hey, you think? I think that the European style of play could be a factor because, albeit people may seem to think that, well, I ain't gonna say people. I've heard a lot of people seem to think that the athleticism of Brown and Tatum is gonna give Luka fits. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think he really know his IQ. He really know how to get in places that he can get his shot off. And if he starts to get hot, then that opens it up for Kyrie to penetrate and do what he do. It could cause Tatum and Brown to work a little bit harder on defense, but Fabian, you did bring up something. They are built to switch. And Kidd do to play chess with them, though. You know what I'm saying? So Porzingis, Horford are very important when it comes to that. Are they going to take advantage of the switches? Are they going to be used in a sense where defensively there's a liability? It's a lot in this series that could happen that could swing either way. It could swing either way. But I know if Doncic get hot, it's going to be a problem. Same thing for Tatum though. And Brown. It's a toss up almost. I can see somebody getting swept, but I can see somebody taking it, going all the way to 7.
I can tell you this: the NBA is happy with this final. because this is going to draw a lot of ratings with Boston and Dallas. The ratings wasn't that great last year with Miami and Denver, and they showed one wanting to see Boston and Minnesota, Boston and Dallas, simply because of the television markets. Boston and Dallas are two of the top 10 TV markets in the country. So for the NBA, man, this is must-see TV for them. And they're gonna get a good little ratings with this one, Boston and Dallas. Definitely two intriguing stories with this. Everybody been talking about Kyrie going back to Boston, how, whatever he did when he was in Boston. But I hadn't heard nobody's mentioned the fact that Porzingis is going back to Dallas. Porzingis played with Luka in Dallas. Let's see how Porzingis does in Dallas when he returned for games 3 and 4. So that's an underlying story that nobody's even really talking about. Everybody's just talking about Kyrie returning to Boston, but Porzingis going to Dallas, that's a big story too.
I'm just gonna throw a comment out there. I don't know how accurate it is, but I can't remember seeing a finals where you have so many, guys on the fringe of being, elite or legendary. Like Luka is becoming legendary. Kyrie is legendary. Tatum is if you know basketball and you look at the seasons he's had the last 3-4 years, he's been top 5. I'm pretty sure he's been all NBA 2-3 times now. And then Jaylen Brown is really showing who he is, minus the turnover. So this series is about who becomes, gets up there to that legendary elite status. Because and all it takes is this series to show out. If Luka do what he's supposed to do, he's gonna be legendary. All of them, any one of them, whoever shows out in this finals, they're gonna be considered legendary.
This is kind of similar to when you had the series of the Lakers playing the Pacers when Shaq and Kobe won their first one, and you had Reggie Miller with the Pacers. Then the next year you had Iverson against the Lakers. So that set the trend for Shaq and Kobe winning that championship against Reggie Miller, that first one. So I see what Ratio talking about. You got a lot of guys on the verge of being in that next level of great ones. A lot of guys. I say this: there's more pressure on the Celtics than it is on Kyrie to win one, because Kyrie already got one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And not to mention, Boston was the favorite to start the year. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were one of the favorites.
So if they're the favorite and they win, and I think that nucleus comes back next year, you can have the people in the Northeast, and the New Englanders. You can, they could be on the verge of something.
All right, let me get y'all picks, man. We got a lot of show to get to, so let me get y'all picks.
Boston in 7.
Got Boston in 6.
I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna say Dallas in 7.
It'll be Boston in 5 or Dallas in 7. So I'm gonna say Boston in 5.
Okay.
I think
but I guess my question for y'all now: if Boston doesn't win it, what do you do? What's next?
Yeah, we talked about that before, though. So.
Hire Mike Moore as a coach.
That team, as we know it, I mean, it wouldn't be the same. They would pick and choose who they want to pick, but the two that Jaylen ain't going nowhere. He signed for $300 million. I don't think he's going nowhere. It would be, what could they get to keep the same defensive tenacity yet younger? That's the thing.
It depends on how they lose. Like C. Green just put on here. Well, clearly he's not a Celtics fan. He wanted to be like the Buffalo Bills. But Yeah, like you said, Tatum has something to prove. Yeah. I think on paper and on the court, I think Boston's a better team. You know, when you talk about Jrue Holiday, Porzingis, Derek White, you know, they just got more bullets. But we'll see. Let's go, Faye. I want to sit on it.
Yeah, but we got a nice list. That's an interesting list. We got 25 receivers. I got to try to remember who half of them were. We're gonna get them in a minute. Going from a champion to a I can't say what I want to say. Non-champion.
You
Caitlyn
know, it's
Clark.
hard out here for a PIMP when you're trying to get this money for the ring.
Hard out here for
Caitlyn.
a pimp.
So Caitlyn Clark, she is the right now the front runner for lead rookie of the year. She's averaging 17.6 points a game. She leads all rookies in field goals made, 3-pointers made, free throws made, assists per game, and minutes played at 33 minutes per game and 6.5 assists per game.
And turnovers.
And controversies. And knockdowns. She's also leading those categories as well. I'm going to talk about the Monica McNutt, Stephen A. thing in my 2-minute drill later on. So, what are your thoughts on her right now? It's been a month since she's been in the league, so we'll start with Mike since this is your rundown. What's your thoughts on her so far?
I mean, she's going through the typical rookie stuff. As far as, you know, the hard five. Let me rephrase it. She's going through the typical superstar player stuff. Like, them women know Caitlyn Clark coming into this league, and they gonna give her the straight blues, and she's getting everything that, I mean, you pretty much expect. You are considered a star before you even got to the league, and for the most part, you living up to what you're doing. You having 17 points, whatever you got going on, turnover. Now you're not winning. Y'all not winning. I think the Fever like 2-10 or something like that.
2-9.
2-9.
Yeah, 2-9.
So you know you're not winning games, but you know it's you're doing typically what I thought. I didn't think you were gonna come in the league and be trash, but I didn't think you were gonna come in the league averaging 28, 29. But you about average. I will say this about the hard fouls. The hard fouls, I have a problem with it, not because it's Caitlyn Clark. I have a problem with a teammate or a coach, somebody stepping up for her. Like somebody gotta step in there and be like the Charles Oakley for Caitlyn Clark. Somebody gotta step in for her. She gonna continue to take them hard fouls. Somebody gotta dish them out too. So that's the problem I have with them hard fouls. I don't have a problem with the hard fouls. I have a problem with her teammates or coaches not coming, more so her player teammates not coming to her defense. So it to me, I give you the analogy. It's basically like she in the club and 4-5 people jumping on her, and her partners ain't helping. Where you at? So that's my mindset with it.
Which one y'all want to go next?
I got a shot. I got it. I personally looked at it as I didn't see her. I'm with Atwater. I didn't see 30 a game like it was in Iowa. I also didn't see 2 a game. Because contrary to what people believe, minus the turnovers, the girl can play. She can play. She can get her shot off. She can pass. It's not like she can't play. So 17.6, that still can go up. Now she just needs to win. And as far as the fouls go, she's going to be envied because she's the one that got the big shoe deal. She's the one everybody is talking about. She's the one they're saying the reason why they're watching the WNBA. You know, them women that's been battling and busting their tail, they take offense to that. So it's welcome to the WNBA. Now, the attention that is getting, I think is a little overrated. I think it's media hype. I think it's something to keep them relevant in the media, but I never thought she couldn't play. I mean, she just gonna have to step it up. You came into the league, you're like LeBron, superstar status. She's got to deal with it. It's just that the women ain't playing games. They're not playing no games with it, and they don't like how she was instantly made into the WNBA poster girl. They taking offense to it, and they telling her welcome to the NBA. Even before she stepped foot on the court, you have players like Taurasi and all of them telling her it ain't what you think it is. You don't want none of that. You know, so that's what I think. I just think she can ball. She was put on a pedestal before she even got there. They gave her all the free reign, gave her the money and the contracts and the shoe deals and all this stuff. And they showing her, you ain't ready for this. We gonna do our goonery and show you what it's really all about. That's what I
think.
So kind of echo a little bit about what D-Ran and Atwater said. There's two dynamics to this. One, again, what I believe is happening is the media, and they're not wrong. They're trying to get viewers. They're trying to get everyone's attention. Caitlyn Clark, whether she's the best player in the game, which she is not, she is the one that's drawing people, mainstream America. Y'all know what I mean when I say that. She's the ticket that's trying to get them to watch women's basketball, because Caitlyn Clark, no fault of her own, she is a rookie. She's nowhere when statistically you should not be talking about Caitlyn Clark. The narrative when she came into the game was she already got her own shoe deal, and the best player in the game, Asia Wilson, does not have her own shoe deal. So when you look at the stats right now, Asia Wilson is number 2 in the WNBA in scoring at 26.5 points a game. She's number 1 in the NBA in the WNBA in scoring at 13 rebounds. She's number 2 in the NBA with 2 blocks a game. All of the veteran women, this is no different than when the young boys come in the game. Young men, you're playing against grown men. She's playing against grown women, and they're showing her that even though you got this height and you got the shoe deal, you got a long way to go before you reach where we are. The person that was the most vocal about this, Diana Taurasi, is having a better season on a better team than Caitlyn Clark. And Diana Taurasi been doing this since 2004, 20 years. And she's averaging more points and having a better season on a better team than Caitlyn Clark. So on the flip side, yes, there's animosity because she hasn't done anything yet. And honestly, her play is mediocre compared to the women that have been doing this for a long, long time. And on the second side of that coin, these women haven't yet embraced the fact that she might be the cash cow. And they got to embrace it. Like Angel say, people coming to see me too. Yeah, boo, but not as much as Caitlyn. I hate to say that because, I love my Chicago Barbie, but they're not coming to see you like they coming to see Caitlyn. So both sides have to merge. They have to understand that she's just a rookie. They also have to understand that she's the cash cow. And you got to go with that. But this can be solved. Give Asia Wilson her due. Give Asia Wilson her due. She's a lady personified. Rocking her pink and green. Shout out to the ladies with the pearls. She's an author. She's well spoken. She's educated, and she's the best player in the WNBA. Why does she not have a shoe deal? Come on, Nike, make it happen. Come on, Phil.
They have a deal. Her shoe comes out next year.
Huh?
She has a shoe deal. She's going to have her own signature shoe. It'll come out next year.
Oh, okay. Next year. Well, when that happens, then justice will be served. But shout out to Asia Wilson. Like, come on now.
Of course, they announced that after they signed Caitlyn Clark. My thoughts on Caitlyn Clark, I don't give a fuck. Now let's go to Mike's list.
Hold on, man.
Hey, Reverend.
Hold on, babe. Why you like that with Caitlyn Clark, man? What's your problem? Because she white?
What's the color of the background I just changed it to? What Shot said.
So you don't like her because she white?
No, I don't like the fact that getting all this shine because she is white.
She can play. She can play. It's just gonna take some time. Shout out to my guy Tick for blessing the mic. Hey Tick, man, I don't tell you this enough, but I sure appreciate you tilting your paper over just a tad bit over 37 degrees. When we was in class, man, I appreciate that. I feel like I've touched a lot of lives in education. And I can say if it was not for you, a lot of those lives would not be touched. So again,
this dude is dumb, man.
I appreciate you tilting that paper 37 degrees, to the left.
This dude is sick.
Hey, much love, my guy.
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out this dude here. You got a problem with Caitlyn Clark being basically popular and she getting all this attention?
I have a problem with, let me tell you what my problem is. I just don't like her, okay? I just don't.
There it is.
That right there.
There it is.
I just don't like her. Okay.
Hey.
That answers the question, Mike.
That's your. You got your right. I saw a stat with Caitlyn Clark where they had some WNBA games last weekend. Non-Caitlyn Clark games, and the average attendance was like 8,000, 9,000. The two games that Caitlyn Clark had last weekend, it was like 17, 18,000 in the arena. She making a big difference. WNBA, but they need to continue to embrace her. Like Rachel was saying, she a cash cow. They need to continue to embrace her.
Yeah, she the goose is laying the golden egg. And to me, the good thing about it is she can play a little bit. But Horatio, like Sha said, she's a rookie. She ain't ready for all that physicality that she's getting right now. And we gonna see what happens when you got a 20-year vet, a stud, and Diana Taurasi.
Hey.
My bad. I did say that. A young lady. My fault. Good point.
Yeah. You did say stud.
I did say. Yeah, my bad. But God, that does have multiple meanings. When you got a talented player like
that's better.
Taurasi, whose numbers are better, and she's been playing in the league since 2004, that does make people think like, okay, well, the girls is like, there's players out there that's putting in way more work that's been there that should be getting much more than she is. I can't fault them for that.
One other thing also, let me go back to my point. Let me say this too. I'm not defending Caitlyn. I'm defending every WNBA rookie for like the last 20 plus years. Their draft is in April. The league starts in May. So if you're a rookie, you already want to hit a wall. So you have no time to put on weight training. You're still in shape, but as far as getting ready for physicality, that's going to take a year. So when their season ends in about September, maybe around September, right when the NBA starts, that's when the work comes in, where you're going to see a better product from all these rookies. Not just Caitlyn Clark, but Cameron Brink and the ladies that got drafted by other lady got drafted by the Lakers, Camila Cardoso, who had a shoulder injury. Angel Reese, she need to work on a jump shot real bad because she cannot shoot. But those ladies need to have the benefit of an off season, which they're not afforded because the league starts in May. And not because they always start in May. It's not going to help the Olympics. It's going to hold it. This is going to drag it out by another month too. So that's going to be another thing also.
Let me just make this last point, and I know we got to move on. And I did say it already. The ladies still need to embrace this. Like, this is no different, and I'm watching, what Reverend Tick said. This is no different than Tiger. Like, all of those people, had disdain for Tiger. Some embraced him, because of the popularity that he was bringing to the sport. But some didn't like that. But at the end of the day, Tiger's ascension to the ranks of golf was in everybody's favor. They weren't getting $1 million purses before Eldrick Woods came on the PGA Tour. They're not getting those type of purses. I mean, they're still getting purses, but that's because of Tiger. So, like Atwater said, when you got 12, 13, 14, double-digit thousands of people coming into the arena, it's because of Caitlyn Clark. So ride that, and then when they get there, let them see the gracefulness and the dominance of an Asia Wilson. but make no mistake about it, they're coming to see Caitlyn Clark. So the ladies as a whole need to understand that she's better for everybody, for their pockets as well.
I understand that. I just don't like that ass. But Asia Wilson is the best player in basketball. She should have been MVP last year, but Stewie won it. But she got a revenge in the finals, and she got Usher. All right, Mike's list. Mike's been doing a 25 for 20 series on college athletes and college players. We've done running backs, we've done quarterbacks. Now we're about to do wide receivers. Mike, I'm going to present my screen, and the show is yours.
So we're doing a 25 for 25 series. And the next 25 for 25, by the way, is going to be, we're switching sports. We're going to get into basketball. But 25 for 25, this one is the best college football wide receivers since 2000. Now, and Fred, thanks to my boy Mark, man, I apologize that I do not have Ted Ginn Jr. on this list. Ted Ginn Jr. definitely should be on this list, and a couple of more Ohio State wide receivers. But if we look at the top 25 and we start bottom up, Jeff Samardzija from Notre Dame, tall wide receiver, AJ Green. I showed some people this list earlier. A lot of people think maybe AJ Green should have been a little more up on the list. Rashawn Wood. After doing this research, man, Oklahoma State, y'all, in the last 25 years, they have legitimately had 5 or 6 top-notch receivers. Like, with their stats, all 5 or 6 of them dudes could have made this list. From it's James Washington. Well, you're getting the more Oklahoma State wide receiver. But Rashawn Woods, Jerry Jeudy, he come in at 22. Jared Dillard from Rice, he had an unbelievable career, and a lot of people don't even know about Jared Dillard. Golden Tate at 20. Miami Hurricane, Andre Johnson coming in at 19. His stats could have been a little more too, man, but you know, I guess with the dominant running game at the time with Miami, he didn't have great stats. Percy Harvin was the all-world wide receiver, running back. I think Percy Harvin is one of the reasons when it comes to like recruiting ranking, they started the all-purpose back. You know, a guy that can catch it out the backfield, guy can run it, the wide receiver, the whole nine. Roy Williams, y'all remember big Roy Williams from Texas. Hey, did Roy Williams play with Vince Young? He didn't play with Vince Young, did he?
No, he played with Chris Sims.
Hey, Chris Sims, okay. Jabari Gaffney, Florida. He was early 2000, one of the best receivers. He had an unbelievable freshman year for Florida. Jamar Chase coming in at 15. Dwayne Jarrett. A lot of people don't remember Dwayne Jarrett over there at USC. This guy here at 13, he could have been, he's another Percy Harvin type guy, Tavon Austin. I saw somebody on a podcast or something saying he had the most unbelievable highlight tape that anybody had ever seen. Tavon Austin was a top 10 pick, I think, by the Rams. Julio Jones at 12. Dez Bryant at 11. We're in that top 10 now. Amari Cooper, representing South Florida from Ratio, representing Alabama. Charles Rogers. Charles Rogers was the number 2 pick in the draft, man. Didn't really pan out in the league, but college, Charles Rogers was that dude from Michigan State. Calvin Johnson at 8, Georgia Tech. Justin Blackman, 7, Oklahoma State. Mike Williams. I don't know if y'all boys remember Mike Williams from USC. Mike Williams was he was on those. He was with Reggie Bush and Matt Lyon and them, I think, or a little bit before them or something. But I think he was one with them team. He come in at 6. Braylon Elt was 5 at Michigan, the all-time career receiving leader in the NCAA, and actually he may have been like number 2 or 3 now. Ryan Brose, Oklahoma. Devontae Smith, the only dude on this list to win a Heisman. He come in at number 3. Michael Crabtree, man, he had an unreal career at Texas Tech. But I think the best college receiver, strictly off of college, was Larry Fitzgerald, representing the University of Pittsburgh. So that's the 25 for 25, top 25 college football receivers, and since 2000.
Going to be 25 for 24.
I mean, we're going into 25. Ain't like nobody in 2024-25 gonna make it in the D list. Going into 2025.
Fair point. All right, y'all go at it.
You go ahead. You go first, D-Man.
Yeah, I seen Mott put that out. I forgot about Ted again, but I was thinking about other Ohio State receivers. I thought about Olave. I thought about Garrett Wilson.
Hold on real quick, Damon. Before we continue this is over a career. This is not typically one season. This is a career in college. My bad. Go ahead, D.
Okay. Over a career, I still could put Marvin Harrison in there because the last couple of years he was virtually unstoppable, especially the last year. But you look, Charles Rogers had 2 very good years. I know it was, y'all got to correct me if I'm wrong. I know it was between 8, 9, 10 games straight. He caught a touchdown pass, blazing speed, single-handedly beat Michigan on his own. I forgot about Michael Crabtree. I don't know how. That dude was amazing. Braylon, I think that's about right because he did have a very good career. It was his junior year when he had the Heisman. He was considered for a Heisman. Let me ask you this, Mike. If you looking at Ted Ginn, where would you place him?
Man, I hate to say what I'm about to say. I might move Ted Ginn in over AJ Green. I might take AJ Green out this list and put Ted Ginn in for real. I feel like Ted Ginn had a better college career possibly than AJ Green. So I will put Ted Ginn in here, probably over the two dudes at the bottom.
Okay. Fellas, y'all think Julio ranked at the right? Is 12 too low for Julio? What y'all think?
Yes. No, it's not too low. Julio don't have them type of numbers. At Bama, I mean, now when you talk about physical ability, then yeah, but Julio don't have them type of numbers. But I just feel like I just feel like there's a lot of people on there that you left out. You know, like Greg Jennings. You know, I think you left out Greg Jennings. You know,
I had Greg Jennings and Corey Woods is right next to the list. Western Michigan, I sure did.
You know, Charles Rogers. He had 2 great seasons. I think Andre, physically would be the same as Julio Jones. Braylon Edwards. Where do you have Braylon Edwards? Because Braylon Edwards should definitely be up there in the top 5.
He's
number 5.
He's 5.
Calvin Johnson should definitely be up there in the top 5.
I got Calvin Johnson.
Calvin 8.
Right, but there's somebody on that list that you're missing that is straight blasphemy. Oh no, my fault. You got him up there. I apologize. Because what Michael Crabtree did in those 2 years was just unbelievable.
Yeah.
But I think you're also missing what's dude's name? The dude from Missouri. What's the dude from Missouri? He did his thing. The dude from Missouri.
He just made the list. Jeremy Maclin.
Yeah.
Right, and then Jericho Cottree.
Oh, right.
NC State.
With 70 catches and 1,300 yards in college. I'm just saying. What about Reggie Williams from Washington? Remember that guy? I know.
Yeah, Reggie Williams
had 100 receptions and 1,500 yards. Yeah. So, some of those guys that we got on there, I don't know. Somebody pull up Reggie Williams from Washington and tell me what his numbers are. I think Peter Ward might have been a little bit too late, y'all. Fred.
Yeah, 99. He just
missed it.
He just missed it.
Man, look at here. I wouldn't even come on the show. We would have had a list without Peter Ward. And y'all know I don't rock with them Seminoles. But if you got a wide receiver list and Peter Ward, P-Dub ain't on it, child, please.
Yeah, he just 99. He just missed it.
Fred put DeAndre Hopkins on there. I don't think DeAndre had them kind of numbers.
And what did y'all think about? I thought about him, Sammy Watkins from Clemson.
He was nice. And I told you, pull up on Reggie Williams from Washington. 2000.
I don't know if Sammy Watkins had those numbers.
Huh?
No, I was saying I don't know if Sammy Watkins had. I'm like, a ratio. What he's saying. I don't know if Sammy Watkins had the numbers to be on this list.
And I told you, what you got on Reggie Williams?
I'm trying to see.
I'm trying to split my screen so I can pull it up.
I'm pulling them up now. Give me a second.
I remember that boy.
Man, I'm trying to. It wasn't no other. Well, I guess not. I'm trying to think. Are we missing a Florida receiver in the 2000 in this 25-year span? Are we missing somebody? I feel like we're missing somebody. I just can't pinpoint.
I tried my best to get some more dogs on there, and I really couldn't. AJ Green, the only one that really could qualify to be on this list.
Well, a lot of them
go down. I'm just trying to remember the players like in the early 2000s, because those were the ones that you forget. I got Reggie Williams stats up here. My producer, he probably ironed it. Reggie Williams. Okay, there you go. I knew he wasn't gonna disappoint me. Damn, he had that his freshman year. So I'm looking at 2002 and 2003. Reggie Williams had 89 catches, 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns. 2003, he followed that up with 94 catches, 1,454 yards, and 11 touchdowns. Add that to the 973 he had his freshman year. He's top 5.
Top 5 what?
College receivers.
Hey man, there's nobody on the top 5 list he gonna take out.
What did Devonta do his second year in the league? I mean, his second year in obviously we know he had a great first year, Heisman Trophy. Oh, come on, Anatoly. So you telling me in 4 years this dude had almost 6,000 yards or 5,000 yards, and he's not in that top 5 for 4 straight years? Those are the numbers he put up, and he not in the top 5.
Bro, I don't know who he finna come get. Who he coming to get? Man, ain't nobody in that top 5 you can get. You just going off stats, okay? But
well, I thought that's what he was going off, because Charles Rogers was the number 3 pick in the draft.
Charles Rogers ain't in the top 5
pick in the draft, so we got to be going off stats.
Charles Rogers ain't number 5. Charles Rogers number 9, 10.
That's what I'm saying. So we got to be going off stats, because a lot of these dudes aren't high draft choices.
What was Reggie Williams drafted in?
Oh, I don't know.
I know Larry Fitzgerald. If we look at the top 5, Larry Fitzgerald, I think, was a top 5, top 10 pick, correct?
Was.
Yeah.
Michael Crabtree went in the top 10.
Larry Fitzgerald and Michael Crabtree, I have no issues with. I would actually put Crabtree in front of Larry Fitzgerald, to be honest with you. And I'm begging for you to say why.
Oh, I've been looking it up. I know they stats. So he had an unreal that last year.
At what? And I'm laughing with you. I ain't laughing at you. This boy had 40 touchdowns in 2 years.
Who, Crabtree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this boy had 200 catches in 2 years.
Yeah, he's sick. Well, he was sick with it.
as great as Larry Fitzgerald is and was, numbers wise, he's not ranking up there with Michael Crabtree in college. It's Michael Crabtree and then the rest.
Okay, Mike. I just seen Jeff Samardz's his stats. 05.
Somebody boy from Notre Dame?
Yeah. 05,
77
receptions, 1,249 yards, 15 touchdowns. 06, 78 receptions, 1,017, and 12 touchdowns.
Right.
I owe him an apology.
Only reason why I ain't put his name up there because I couldn't pronounce it.
Hey, look up AJ Green college stat. Because AJ Green might be, Ted Ginn might get in there with AJ Green or Greg Jennings. Look up AJ Green.
Hey, so yeah, listen, if Reggie Williams ain't top 5, then we got a problem. If the numbers that my dope producer put up there is accurate, 55 catches, 900 yards his freshman year, 1,400 yards his sophomore year, 1,400 yards his junior year, 1,300 yards or whatever I just said his senior year. He's not up there with crap. He's not number 1. He's not top 5. How?
AJ Green didn't crack 60 receptions in 3 years. He didn't crack 1,000 yards in 3 years. He didn't get past 10 touchdowns in 3 years.
Yeah, AJ Green might be. We might have to get somebody in there for AJ. AJ might have to go.
Oh, hey, I'm looking at y'all. Remember Josh Reed from LSU?
Mm-hmm.
65 receptions in 2000, 1,127 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 01, 94 receptions, 1,740 yards, and 7 touchdowns. That's the 2 years.
Now, I'm gonna tell you somebody else I contemplated about. Santana Moss, I think, was gone, correct?
Yeah, he was gone.
Yeah. On this list here, they got Dwayne Jarrett on here. USC.
I got Dwayne Jarrett on here.
I thought. I see him in number 14. He go a shot. He go Greg Jennings numbers right here. 03, 56 receptions, 1,050 yards, 14 touchdowns. 04, 74 receptions, 1,092 yards, 11 touchdowns. 05, 98 receptions, 1,259 yards, and 14 touchdowns.
Yeah, but
he have to be on the list, Mike.
Didn't he play for the Cucumbers or something like that? He was Western Michigan. Yeah, that don't count.
Western Michigan.
That don't count. Only small school stats we accepting is Randy Moss. We ain't accepting nobody else.
Gotcha.
We can't put Greg Jennings on there because he went to a small school.
I mean, bro, like that now we just opening Pandora's box now.
Oh boy, that's socialism.
Guys can put up some crazy, stupid numbers in these smaller schools. We only accepting Randy Moss.
Hey, America, y'all just saw classism at its finest. Exactly. That's what you just saw.
We somebody exactly.
You're right. But we not finna sit up here and start dropping people like you said, like AJ Green, because they only had 800 yards and 9 touchdowns in the highest competition. When you got somebody playing at West Oklahoma State with 8,000 yards, we're not finna do that. We're not doing that.
And Braylon has some good numbers in 3 years.
Oh, Braylon was a monster. And man, if you're going by numbers, Braylon should be in the Hall of Fame right about now.
He had
what happened to him? I know what Braylon got that wave brush and went stupid.
Yeah.
Braylon never played with Miami, right? Did he play with the Dolphins?
No, did he?
Yeah, I'm asking. He played with the Jets, I know.
Yeah, he was drafted by the Jets. I don't think he played with the Dolphins.
Yeah, Braylon Evans, that was a pretty dude.
He said that was a pretty dude.
Yeah, he was. Braylon Evans, my goodness. That boy there, you could tell he was a pretty boy. Cut up. He wanted to be a model. He didn't want to be no football player.
They got Mike Williams, 81 receptions, 12.
He got drafted by Cleveland. He didn't play.
He got drafted by Cleveland. Okay.
Oh, Braylon Evans got 40 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Played in 112 games. Hey, everybody can't go to Canton.
Hey, before we get out of here, somebody look up because ratio is saying Crabtree should be number 1. Look up Larry Fitzgerald stats again.
Here they go.
For college.
Here they go. 69 receptions, 1,005 yards, 12 touchdowns. In 03, 92 receptions, 1,672, and 22 touchdowns. But listen to Crabtree's though. 07, 134 receptions, 19.
Good gracious alive.
1,962 yards, 22 touchdowns. And 08, 97, 1165, and 19 touchdowns. Some people can't get that in 3 years.
Try to tell you. That boy had 40 touchdowns in 2 years.
What that dude said, 134 catch.
Yeah. And over 200 catches in 2 years.
That's what I said.
So he probably could bump Larry at number 1.
Trying to tell you, if we just
they got him number 1 in this. They got him number 1 in this Bleacher Report. That's what I was looking at.
Is Jericho Cotchery on there?
On the Bleacher Report one?
Whatever report you got up, is he on there?
I think he was. Let me go back to it.
Yeah, I remember them dudes, man. I remember watching them games, and them guys was getting the pass every
Cotchery is on here.
Plays. Yeah, Jericho Cotchery, I'm telling you, man.
67 receptions, 1192, 7 touchdowns. In 03, 86, 1369, and 10 touchdowns.
And that's 03. He was getting 70 catches in 03.
Yep.
And shout out to Charles Rogers. I know he passed away on one of Detroit's finest. That dude had like 80, 90 catches a game. I remember watching Michigan State. They threw him the ball every down.
Yep. He single-handedly beat Michigan in his sophomore year.
Yeah, I think one game I remember he had like 20. He had one of them TO games with like 22 catches.
That was against Wisconsin.
Yeah, they picked him in front of Andre Johnson.
Yeah,
mainly because obviously he was from Detroit, so they brought him home.
Yep.
And Andre only had like 45 catches because he was on a more complete team. But Charles Rogers wasn't nothing to be messed with, man.
Yep. That's true. They got Lee Evans on here too.
They should, from Wisconsin.
Yep.
Yeah. I was thinking about Lee Elder, but go ahead.
This dude always messing up somebody's name.
I'm not.
Oh my goodness gracious. This don't make no sense. He always messing up, man. This dude been messing up folk name forever, man. Goodness gracious alive, boy. Lee Elder, man. Good gracious, boy.
About Lee Elder. Shout out to Lee Elder. But what I want to know is, can you put your Cash App on here so we can get you a word processor or something?
I don't need it, bro. I don't need it.
Yeah, because you work in the school, man. So basically, you doing this on purpose at this point. Like,
oh my
goodness, like you're not even trying at this point. I know you got a laptop in front of you every time you go in. I know you do. So at this point, you're being defiant.
No, I ain't using my laptop.
Because you don't want to. Like, just hit print.
I ain't got no ink.
He out here showing people his jailhouse handwriting. Like,
I got appointments.
Anytime you write everything in cursive, I mean in capital, that means you've been to prison.
I got appointments, Rachel. I ain't ready to get the prison. I ain't ready to do it.
People that write it in all caps, they've been to prison.
This dude, Horatio was stupid. This dude talking about what's that water Cash Out? We gonna get him a work, and then Tick right behind him. Though these handwritten lists are so 88.
Hey, Tick. All right, don't start now. You still writing your sermons in notebook papers. Don't start.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, before we get the party shop, what about
like, you know he got access to the technology to make that look good. Like, come on, bro. Send us an email. Send Anatoly the email, and then he gonna pop it up on the screen all real nice and neat.
I got appointments. I gotta make appointment. What's your name? I don't. Oh, okay.
Real quick, Malik Neighbors and the other guy from LSU this year, would they even have a chance of even cracking the list?
I don't know. That's a good one. I thought about your boy Justin Jefferson too. I know Jamar Chase is gonna be on here. But I can't remember exactly how Justin Jefferson, college career went out.
What, Jarvis Landry?
Jarvis Landry had numbers. Odell had numbers.
Not really. Odell didn't get past 65 receptions in the 3 years he played at LSU.
No.
He only broke 1,000 yards once, I believe, and that's his junior year.
Hey, was any of these dudes? Well, the highest draft pick on here, I guess, would have been Charles Rogers. He was number 2.
Was he 2 or 3?
2.
2, I think.
2.
He was
what
2.
Was Andre? Andre was what? 4? I think he
4,
went right behind Rogers, so he was 3. Andre was 3.
Yeah, because I thought it was back to back.
Yeah. Andre was 3.
Yep. Mike Williams went 9th to Jacksonville.
Hey, Reverend Tick, we gonna pray, man. When you get, because you gonna have a service before we do the next show. So, just ask the congregation for 50 cents.
Hey,
Not
Tick,
the rapper, but the currency, 50 cents.
Hey, you right. Atwater always been defiant. He marched to beat his own drum. I just didn't think Horatio was gonna ask for his cash app to get him a processor. That's what threw me off.
Because I want to be part of the solution, not the problem.
No, I'm all right. I'm okay. I got appointments I got to make. I got to make appointments.
I'm saying he's all right. That's the problem.
I don't.
No, you don't.
But listen, at the end of the day, your handwriting looks nice, sir.
Appreciate that, big guy. Big guy.
When are you off papers? When did the judge say? When are you free? That's what I want.
I'm out, cuz.
Okay. Your voting rights have been restored, because if you can't vote, don't worry about it. You can always run for president.
I am. Yeah. You convicted, you can run for president.
Yeah.
What we got, Fave? Finish us out, dog.
Right,
oh, hell, never mind. No. Oh, hell.
Anyway, as I was saying, I want to give some shout outs to some Black Girl Magic. Couple names you probably never heard. Marissa Young. She's a softball coach at Duke University. She became the first Black coach to coach in the Women's College World Series. Despite losing earlier this week, she made history. So kudos to Marissa Young. Another name that you might not know is Najari Kennedy. He's like, who the hell is that? She is a Black pitcher for Stanford, who was also the pitcher of the year and National Player of the Year for Stanford. So she's going to probably, I believe they have a pro league softball, so she should be in the top 5 pick for them. And my third Black woman magic goes out to Monica McNutt. She said what she said.
I knew that one was coming.
Stephen A. Smith, yo bitch ass.
I knew that one was coming.
How you made somebody when they're already made? You know what somebody need to make for you? A damn hairpiece. Somebody need to make a hairpiece for you.
Yeah.
Go around down to Decatur, Georgia. There's a guy who has a mobile unit, who has a truck. Talking about you made Chene Agumake and Molly Karam, and if you made them, that means you be their daddy. If you made them, so how you made them?
Hey Mike, we know one network that won't be calling us those 4 letters.
I host messing that up.
I got 7 letters for them. Pat Backstreet can say it live on the air. I got 7 letters for Stephen A. Smith and ESPN.
Hey, don't say it.
F-U-C-K.
Don't say it.
Fuck them.
Yeah, I
know.
know.
Son of a bitch.
There goes Bernie Mac. There it is.
Very aggressive. He's very angry.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of your shit. I'm just sick of you, Stephen A. But kudos to those women, Marissa, Najari, and Monica McNutt. You made history this week.
McNutt.
We out. Goodbye.
Hey, Faye, real quick, man.